Hey, dude, where you going? Oh my God, where you going?
Shut the fuck up.
Holy shit, I love it. You are my kind of kid.
Guys, men used to go to war and now they look at you weird when you approach them at the bar because all they did was stand around and stare at the wall all night.
There's a good men epidemic right now, and we need to talk about it. Me, along with all of my friends, are all single. We have so many hobbies. We go to run clubs, the gym, social events. Like, we're out there. We're working, right? But every single time I meet a man who has anything interesting to say, he's always in a freaking relationship. So it's true. Where are the good men at? Where are y'all finding them? Because I can't find any.
Today we're breaking down another classic situation. Women crying online about men not approaching them anymore. What? Why don't men come up to me at the gym, at the bar, at the grocery store? Am I invisible? Unfriend. No, you're not invisible. Men see you. They just don't care to engage. And the reasons are layered, brutal, and undeniable.
So this is a question for the guys. So I know many guys have said that they don't want to approach women anymore. Like, they're not going to approach her at a grocery store. They're not going to approach her at the gym. They're not going to approach her at the bar because why? Most women can just frankly be rude to guys or don't want them talking to him or don't want them talking to her. So, question for these guys that would say they don't approach women. If a woman went out of her way to make eye contact with you, looked away, looked back, maybe even held the gaze for a couple seconds, made sure she was within proximity of you, as well as then smiled at some point. If a woman goes to that extent, would you then change your mind on approaching her? Or do you just want the woman to approach you? I know some women don't want to do that because they're old school and that's kind of how I am. But I also am just like, if I want to talk to someone, I'll just go talk to them. But maybe I'm different in that way. But would this change your mind, guys? Let me know in the comments.
Wrong. That used to work back in the early 2000s, back when men weren't being dragged to HR for breathing too close to a woman in the break room, back when flirting wasn't instantly reframed as harassment. Now, men see that signal and think, trap, because let's be real, most women don't send signals consistently anymore. Some do the whole stare-smile routine. Others post TikToks saying, "Ugh, men are so creepy. Stop looking at me. It's harassment." You think guys are going to gamble their reputation on your 3-second eye contact? Please. Men aren't dumb. They know women don't operate under the same rules as before. A signal today could be spun tomorrow into a story about the creep who followed me at the gym. Why risk it? A man's entire life can get torched by one false accusation while you just get a little viral sympathy online. So no, the wink, smile, gaze routine doesn't move the needle anymore. Men want clarity, not mixed signals. And if you're too old school to actually initiate, don't cry when nothing happens.
Wonder why high-value men are not approaching you? It's not because they don't exist. It's because women scared them all away. All I see on social media is men being canceled and scrutinized just for being men. We have literally embarrassed, belittled, and threatened men just for trying to approach us women. I understand there are some horror stories out there, but women can be just as guilty. All the high-value men are doing the same thing us women do on a daily basis, like go to the gym, go to work, get coffee, go to the grocery store. The problem is that women have become so cold and out of touch with our feminine energy that men are literally horrified of being that guy or getting canceled and trashed on. Most of them have just completely backed off because we women have been screaming at them not to come talk to us. We have to take accountability for our action and behavior as women and stop making men look like monsters and start embodying our feminine energy to be more warm and inviting for the right man to swoop you off your feet.
Finally, a shred of accountability. But of course, she wrapped it in the usual hallmark advice. We women need to tap back into our feminine energy and be more warm and inviting. That's not advice. it's a eulogy. Because here's the harsh reality. Most modern women don't even know what femininity feels like anymore. They've spent years cosplaying masculinity. Boss babe, grind set, I don't need a man, corporate ladder climbing, and then wonder why men don't swoop in to play knight in shining armor. A man who built himself into high-value status didn't get there by being reckless with his reputation. He's not risking 20 years of work just to approach a random stranger who might spin his hello into a Twitter thread about toxic masculinity. He'll take his money, his freedom, his peace, and stay quiet. Meanwhile, the same women screaming, "Leave us alone," are now screaming, "Where are all the good men?" You told them to back off, and guess what? They listened. Now you're upset at the silence you created.
These black men that are commenting on my video about black men not approaching women anymore, they starting to get on my nerves. Like, I get it. Half of y'all don't like women. Don't know what that's about, but no, I ain't gonna go into that. Another percent is just going off of trends of social media. Another percent believe that they're the prize. And then there's a small percentage of black men that are like, we're just happy to be here. We're going to take the chance because we love black women. They're actually like giving advice to people, not coming with negativity and saying, y'all women this, y'all women that. So women, if y'all want to add to this conversation, please do. All those men with all that negative energy, please move to the back immediately.
Do you see what's happening here? Instead of accountability, it's pure blame shifting. If men don't approach, it must be because they hate women, or because they're brainwashed, or because they're arrogant. Never because, maybe, just maybe, men are tired of being disrespected. Let's break it down. If a black man values himself and decides he's the prize, that's not arrogance, that's self-respect. For decades, men were told to sacrifice, chase, pay, prove, pursue. Now some men flip the script and suddenly it's toxic? Number. That's called evolution. If men follow social media trends of protecting themselves from false accusations, that's not weakness, that's survival. And if fewer men are approaching, it's not a sign they hate women. It's a sign they've recognized the game is rigged and decided not to play. This is the part modern women can't stand. When men reclaim agency, when men decide, nah, I'm not gonna dance for your approval anymore, women panic. Because deep down, a lot of these complaints aren't about connection, they're about validation. This is traditional women, where reality hits harder than a talk breakup. Cheers.